So Holland seems to be in the forefront of the care farming. They've developed more farms than almost anywhere else in Europe, Norway being another exceptional place. How do you see this affecting the society here in Holland, being right here on one of these kind of farms? How does that affect?
Right, right. Well, to start on this location, we see that all the participants here, they enjoy it. So they feel a better quality of life. That means they pass it on to their friends, relatives, partners, family. So that circle around the farm is also getting inspired because they see that their family members, their partners are having a better quality of life. That's the first circle. Then, for example, today, this morning, there was a manager of a social institution. They want to build links between us and them to provide organic food to that place, to organize kind of exchange trips for the people and for family members to come to here. They like us to present, information, and doing a bit of awareness in those places. So we built also a link to the institution because they see actually that these people are cut off from their own roots, cut off from where does my food come from. They don't know anymore, and they don't want to rebuild those links. So in this ways we are building up, let's say, links to the society, to the people again. And it's working. Also with the municipalities, like I'm coming from Amersfoort, a town nearby, with 140,000 people. And the municipality also gets a lot of interest in these type of functions, also for education, for regional products, etc. So it's really growing.
What do you see the future of care farming, not only in Holland, but on a global scale?
Yeah, I think we have to look at it a bit wider perspective. It's multifunctional farming. That means not only agriculture produce, but also other functions, and care is one of them. So it's either farming and care, farming and recreation, rural tourism, farming and education, farming and landscape maintenance. So all these functions can take place, and it just depends on the context, location, what can be done. In addition, if you combine it with organic farming, you have a new concept, actually a new way, a new paradigm between citizens, so rural and urban, between different domains of society. And that's really different from the sector type of approach towards just production of food. So this is a new type of community also in a sense. So I think in that way we present a new lifestyle, a new way of linking nature, people, green care, things like that. So in that perspective I think it has a lot of scope. It has a lot of scope. And I also believe that people, for various ways, they get fed up because of the globalization, because of the things, financial crisis, and you can have no relationship with it. So there's also a trend towards localization, apart from globalization. People want to reorient on their roots, on the history of a place, of a region. So this is a new trend, I believe. It won't overtake the other stream, but it will become, I think, quite a substantial trend in society. And not only in Holland, you see it also in other places in Europe and and beyond that.
And as to the economic model here, how do you see that working most benignly, both for the farm and for the community?
Okay, there are different elements. We are starting to play a bit with what we call the social return on investment. That means, how can you measure the economic value of an activity which also has social elements into it, like care farming? That is going to be calculated in a sense, the economic value. Well, and there are many examples now, not really scientific, but many examples that show that is really beneficial economically also. Because, for example, if a person is diagnosed with Alzheimer, dementia, it is very beneficial if there is a link in the whole care chain through a care farm. Before a person actually is that ill that he needs to go to really a social institution, really in an institution. If you can delay that moment for a person going to a social institution, which of course is very expensive to be there, you actually, you actually save a lot of money. Yesterday there was an example from Scotland where they showed that where they had food procurement for schools being replaced by only local biological food instead of procuring from wherever. And they had a social return on investment of 1 to 6, they calculated. Yeah? So there are various examples now coming into play where you see that this really has an economic value. We have to grow still in also proving it more scientifically, but I really believe the value will be very clear. We see it, through the talks, through the people, but now this phase is coming also.
Good. Cut. Got anything to add? I didn't ask you. You did good. Thank you. Everything's